Shitty book reviews. It's been a while. This one is not, in fact, a shitty book review, but rather a live performance musical review. Turns out, a little treasure from the early 90s, Frente, back touring. Didn't do a lot for some time in between. I wasn't that much of a fan, or well, actually I wasn't at all a fan in the 90s. However, my dear friend Christopher, who is a man of many and varied tastes, said, why don't you come and watch with me? And I'm like, okay, sure, because let's be honest, Christopher, it's always an adventure with him, whatever you do. If you have the opportunity, shitty friend review, Christopher is the best there is. I don't care what you think you've got, Christopher's the one you want. But he's mine, so sorry. Anyway, Frente, which is the essence of this review. So these guys, they played a lot for about 2 albums in the early 90s. Then they took a big break, and with some 30th anniversary or something, started playing again. Long and short of this is, they're real, they were awkward, they were retro, they were endearing and delightful. They seemed to actually like each other, and quite possibly like their audience, which is, you know, few and far between when it comes to musical acts. There's something tortured about most people who perform, where they kind of hate themselves, they hate the audience, they kind of hate everything, but there was none of that. So like they played the stuff you'd expect to play from the olden days. A little cover of New Order doing Bizarre Love Triangle, which is still a little bizarre, but pretty good. And I think the Ordinary Angels might have been the song that was known at the time, and it was delivered beautifully. Angie Hart still has an amazing vocal. She's kind of real and sincere and in the moment. She plays off beautifully with Simon, who like I say, I've never met these people, but as I say, they engage well and they seem to like each other. But there's an awkwardness of Simon, who clearly took his moment in the early 90s when it was the one time he could become a rock star, because other than Moby, who they have a similar appearance, if nothing else, delightful talent, a really endearing charm, but he's not necessarily quintessentially rock star. He's just delightful. He's a guy you want to have a beer with. Just quiet beer and chat. But also play his guitar and have a play, you'd be into that. Anyway, long and short of this is, they play with, there was a reality about it, an awareness that their time might have been early 90s, but guess what? Apparently their time is again now. Only now it's in like the concourse at Chatswood, which for those of you who've never been there, I never had. Big open room, some little tables, gave a bit of a lounge vibe with the little flickering fake candles. Weird, but actually kind of strangely delightful. Anyway, long and short of this is, great show, thoroughly enjoyed. The young, old, who knows, Sophie Poe, who played alongside, did some keys, did a little bit of the old, you know, the thing you blow the thing in the little keyboard thing. Freaking delightful. She did a marvellous job. She fit her right in, apparently, for someone who wasn't in the band 30 years ago. Well done, Sophie. Loving your work. What else should I say about it? Sally Seltman, who supported them, has again a delightful, sincere awkwardness on the stage, which I just totally, I get it. I'm with her. It's like doing her thing. There happens to be a room full of people. She may have used the expression about, do I perform or do I be me? I've chosen to be me. And I was like, yep, I can kind of relate to that. Anyway, tops. So, Frente, I'd say skip them in the early 90s. Pretty dodgy then. But if you want a charming night out in 2024, give that a run. I don't have an album to show you because I never owned one. I didn't buy any merch. But to be fair, Frente, thoroughly enjoyed it. Also mentioning, once again, if you need to have a new best friend, Christopher's your guy. He'll take you on adventures that you can't imagine you were ever going to have. Anyway, shitty performance reviews, there it is. Frente, get some.